Hey, hello guys, this is Fede here, coming back with another video. Yes, I'm driving. Yes, I'm just getting off from work. Yes, I just finished Game of Thrones, rereading Game of Thrones. Listen guys, I know it's been a long time since I did a video, and I hope that you're taking me back into this community. But to be honest, I haven't really recorded any videos because I just got a new job. I mean, I'm really happy with my new job. I'm finally, a full-time professor. Wow, Fede, great. Finally, a full-time professor. I'm teaching at a high school and I'm teaching at a university right now. And yes, it's really cold here already, here in Sonora, north of Mexico. But yeah, guys, it's been really busy in my life. When the free time that I have, I spend it either reading or actually listening to an audiobook, right? I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks because I drive a lot now. Whenever I'm going to work, whenever I'm coming home from work, whenever I'm driving to either university or high school, between those two. Yeah, it's been really, really busy. But, I told myself that I could use this free time that I have when I'm driving to make a video or two a week. It's not that difficult, I guess, to just press record. And, yeah, I mean, I wanted to talk to you guys about Game of Thrones because I just finished rereading that actually, and man, oh man, it's beautiful. I mean, I'm listening to the second book right now. I'm already halfway done with Clash of Kings, the War of the Five Kings, and yeah, it's been great as well. But the first book, when I was listening to the first book, I couldn't avoid thinking about the series Game of Thrones, especially the first season, of course. And I was thinking to myself, as far as adaptations go, Game of Thrones Season 1, it's, for me, the best fantasy adaptation, period. I know Lord of the Rings is great. I know they did some amazing work in HBO over there at HBO with his Dark Materials, Golden Compass and all that. But for me, it's almost chapter by chapter, the adaptation, because whenever I was listening to it in audio, I was actually remembering scenes from the show, and it's almost, I tell you, scene by scene. The only thing that they add is the reunions between Robert Baratheon and Cersei Lannister. That really doesn't happen in the book, or at least it's not shown, but it's great in the show. That's something great they added. And also something they removed that it's important in the next books is the character of Jane Poole, Sansa's friend. And those are minor things if you think about it. This is a big book, a lot of characters, a lot of locations and such. And another thing they changed is that I don't know if I'm talking too loud because there's a lot of cars around, and I have the AC on. Maybe if I turn it off a little bit. But yeah, I mean, let's go step by step. I'm not gonna tell you guys what you heard before, and what you heard before is that George is great at character writing. He's great at character writing. He's great at heraldics, and he's just such a great writer. What I want to talk to you guys about is what I loved the most on my first reading and what I love the most on this reread. I mean, I've read the books like 3 or 4 times, physical books, but this is the first time that I'm doing it on audio, and I honestly believe that it changed the book for me a little bit. Not in a good or bad way. It was just different. No? So, all right. When I first read this book, I'm 29 right now, but when I first read it, I was like, I don't know, 14, 15 maybe, more or less, 15 or 14. So I was young. I shouldn't have been reading that when I was that young. But I was, and I loved it, you know. And, you know, the Fede of 2010 or 11 was, you know, an adolescent, a teen. So what I love the most about Game of Thrones, the first book, when I first read it, was dragons, of course. Although the dragons are at the end of the book, but I remember still reading that chapter, Dany's last chapter, and, you know, just getting chills all over. That was great. And also naked women all around. And, you know, knights and such. Those were the great things for me when I first read Game of Thrones. And now in this reread, which is my 4th, 5th reread of the series, I'm planning to listen to all of the audiobooks here when I'm driving, actually. But here on this reread, what I loved the most was actually the mistakes characters make. You know, I just finished reading like a week ago the book Never by Ken Follett, and that book is a fiction story, narrates the events of the inevitable nuclear war. And you might think, what is the relation here with Game of Thrones? Well, at the beginning of the book, Ken Follett states that when he was researching World War I, it was amazing to him to see all of those characters, history characters, all of those people were trying their damn best to stop the war. Everyone was making decisions to stop the war. So the war ended up happening. So what happens when everyone is trying to stop something bad from happening, and it still happens? That's an interesting idea, and that for me is what happens in the first book of Game of Thrones. You know, Ned, innocent Ned, is doing his best to avoid a conflict, you know, with Cersei's and Jaime's children. And he's also trying to find out, of course, who killed Jon Arryn. And he's doing this on the low, you know. He's doing this on the shadows, if you want to call it like that. And he's trying to avoid a bigger conflict. That's what I mean. Tyrion, he's trying to avoid a bigger conflict by ignoring the parenthood of his nephews, you know. Jon is avoiding a bigger issue by... Hold on, let me fix this. Is avoiding a bigger issue by ignoring his parenthood by going to the north, to the wall, you know. Dany is just trying to live her life besides her brother. She's sold to the Arrakis, to Khal Drogo. She's just going with the flow. She doesn't have an ounce of decision in her life, of choice. You know, everyone is trying to do their best to stop any conflicts in their lives. And that was really interesting for me. And also, the only character who goes against this way of living your life to try to avoid any conflicts is, of course, Catelyn Stark. Catelyn. I mean, I get it, you know. I get that her son was almost killed, he's paraplegic, and everything sucks for her. But when she sees Tyrion in that, I don't know, place, she arrests Tyrion, right? For me, that could have been handled better. You know, Caitlyn is always so rushed to act on her feelings, and that's all right. I mean, she's a mother. She's acting to protect her children, boys and girls. But she ends up actually, you know, being the cause of almost every single bad thing that happens in the goddamn book. I mean, she's the reason Tyrion gets blamed for pushing or almost trying to kill Bran, you know, in his room with the assassin and everything. Then he gets blamed over at the Vale, you know. He gets sentenced and he chooses a trial by combat, which Bronn wins for him. So that is the start of the real conflict, you know, because the Lannister Tywin needs to defend their name. So, you know, he gets Ned arrested, using Jaime's sword, of course. And then we have Joffrey, who is a lunatic, who ends up killing Ned. I mean, I'm just doing a recap here, but everything could have been avoided. I mean, it's so simple to see now after reading the book that everything could have been avoided, and still it happened. I mean, that's George's great writing, if you ask me. You know, every chapter, every single sentence feels necessary in this first book. For me, it's the perfect book, really, and it goes by like this. You know, I'm reading now Clash of Kings. In my mind, I'm always confusing that with Clash of Clans, which I'm really good at, by the way. Town Hall 17. What's up? So yeah, I'm reading in Clash of Kings, and it's not that smooth as the first book. I'm loving it, but I think I like the first book better. But anyways, I just wanted to do a quick video, guys, just to sort of warm up a little bit, to come back here, do videos. You're gonna see me in my car a lot, to be honest. And yeah, I'm driving. My commute to work or to my house is like 20-25 minutes, 30 at the most. So yeah, I have some free time there, and I'm going to do more videos. I want to give you guys an update as well of what I've been reading. I want to watch again videos from BookTube. I had a lot of friends here who do videos, and I haven't been watching any of those in quite some time. I mean, yes, my life is busy, but I feel like I need to take some time for myself, you know. And yeah, that's what I want to do. By the way, I just went to my PO box, and there was a new book there for me. Well, two books actually. I'm trying to complete the Asian Saga by James Clavell. So I already have Guy Jin, and now I got what's it called? Taipan. Here in Mexico, they did two books, so Taipan 1 and 2, but this is completed, and I got it for ship as well. So this was like 170 pesos. So this was like, I don't know, like $8, so 4 each, which is good. I'm going to start reading this series once I have all of the books, but not right now. Hell no. But yeah, I'm going to do another video with the things that I'm reading right now, and they're pretty fun actually. So yeah, hello again, guys, and see you on the next one.